everyone, we are in part 2 of subtracting fractions by renaming. If you haven't yet, please make sure you watched my part 1 because that was the most important way, an example of how to change a fraction so that you can subtract. As you can see right now, I cannot do 2 minus 4. So I'm going to show you part 2, which is an additional way how to complete this. So here's what you do. If you have mixed numbers out front of your fractions, you can go ahead and change them by doing the following. You're going to take the denominator and multiply it times the whole number, and then add it to the numerator to get a new fraction. So let's see how that goes. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 2 is 26. So my new numerator is the 26 and my denominator stays. Let's do it over here. Keep the operation, which was subtraction. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4 is 10. So my new numerator is 10 and I keep the denominator. Do you see how I changed those mixed fractions into improper fractions? But now I can go ahead and subtract. 26 minus 10 is 16. My denominators are the same, so I can bring it over. But now in an answer form, I can't have an improper fraction, so remember what to do. We divide. We're going to do 16 divided by 6 and get our answer in a proper form. 6 can go into 16 2 times because 2 times 6 is 12. Then I subtract 16 minus 12, or I can go 6 minus 2 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is 0. And then I stop, okay? So how do I read this as a fraction answer? You take your whole number, 2, and then your leftover, 4 6. So 2 and 4 6. So now my fraction is proper, and I'm going to erase because I need some more room up here. So now my fraction is proper, 2 and 4 6, but can you simplify 4 6? Yes, they're both divisible by 2. So my new fraction, the whole number comes over. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Our final answer is 2 2/3. Let me show you in another example of how we did that, okay? So the first example in part 1 was using a number line. That's my favorite method, but if you like this method, you can absolutely use it. Let's say I had 1 1/5 minus, actually let's do 3 1/5 minus 1 let's do 4/5. How about that? Okay. All right, I can't do 1 minus 4, so we're going to use those operations and get some new fractions. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. So my new numerator is 16 and 5 stays. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. Now I have 9/5 over here. And now I can subtract, right? So my denominator stays. I have 5. And then over here I'm going to do 16 minus 9. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, that would give me 7. So I have 7/5. Now that's improper. I can't have a bigger number on top. So if that happens, divide it. 7 divided by 5. 5 goes into 7 once. 1 times 5 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So this reads 1 and 2 out of 5. 1 2/5 is your final answer. So those are examples of, again, how to subtract by renaming. That means that when you're subtracting fractions, mixed fractions, and you cannot subtract the numerators, you can change them by using multiplication and addition and getting a new improper fraction. Please don't forget to simplify your final answer. All right, you guys, if you haven't yet, be sure you watched part 1, and then please watch part 3 as we bring everything together.